All right, so somebody had a real quick question about the Kamerar SD-1 slider, and it's a SD-1 because it's kind of a slider and a dolly. There's some examples on the Kamerar website that show this in use, but the question that someone had was, can a 5D with a 24105 work on the slider? This is not a roller bearing slider, and with other sliders, sometimes if you're too front heavy, then there's some binding that happens on the rail. So I'm going to show you guys some examples of the slider in use. And as you can see, I have the 24105 here on a 5D Mark III. I just have a little mini ball head here. This is actually from the PNC website, so it's that ball head for the Pico Dolly. I have image stabilization off, just in case anybody wants to know. And so as you can see here, the slider moves fairly easily. I'm not sure if you could hear that. There's a little bit of noise there, but it's not the roller bearing type of noise. It's just kind of like a sliding noise because there's a composite plastic bearing in between this carrier and this rail. But the rail is a really good quality, so it's true, which means there's no binding as it slides back and forth. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of weight here. A lot of you guys probably want to use this with like lighter camera setups, but even with something like this with a lot of weight happening in the front end, still works very well. Another thing you could do is get kind of a video head, a real video head on here, and then you can kind of adjust your quick release plate so you can back the camera up a little bit and kind of balance it over the carrier. But in this purpose, I really wanted to show a lot of forward weight. And another thing to note is, as you could see, the platform is holding really well on this table. So, you have the wheels here, but as soon as you bring these adjustable feet down, they've got some like rubber tips here. It holds really well, and I don't need to really hold the slider as I'm moving the carrier. So another indication that it slides very smoothly without dragging the slider across this table here. So really decent slider. I'm going to put some examples on the web coming out of this camera right here. And Kamerar also sells a 47-inch slider. It's massive. That's like 4 feet long. It's long, it's huge, but it's based on the same slider design as this with the carrier. And this slider here, you don't have to have the axles on here if you don't need to. You take the wheels off or the axles off, and you can use it as a standard 23-inch slider, I believe this is. You can put a quick release plate under here in the center, and your carrier could still slide over that quick release, so you could have it tripod mounted as well. You guys might want to check this one out. This is the Kamerar 23-inch slider dolly, the SD-1. They do have a 47-inch also. Really good quality out of this. When you guys get it, I'm sure you're going to be very, very satisfied from this slider. Again, the wheels are great. You don't have to use it. If you're just looking for a slider to use on a tripod, this will work well.